What up, guys, and welcome back to the show. What I've got for you today is my recent take on historic Best of One Battlecrier. This is a newer deck, so it hasn't really been fleshed out yet, especially in Best of One. So what I did was I took an Expert Crafter's Best of Three deck and started with that. Played it out a little bit, tested it out, figured out what works in Best of One and what doesn't. What I found what doesn't work is answers in your sideboard, like Pithing Needle and Tormod's Crypt. The format's just too fast, situational answers, not something that you can really plan for on the fly when you're going into a blind turn 2. What does work is ramping on turn 1. So I went ahead and slammed some more Birds of Paradise in here, so we have 7 turn 1 drops. Another thing that I did was I added more Phantasmal Images, and I moved some Phyrexian Metamorphs into the sideboard. Now, what that play did was it allowed me to combo with Ancestral Statue. So I've got a few Battlecriers out, maybe I've got a Trailblazer out. I could start comboing off. So what I do is I go Karn into Ancestral Statue, which bounces Karn, plays Karn again, grabs a Metamorph, copying Statue. So each of these Phyrexian Metamorphs turns into a 3-power creature. I have 9 more attacking damage for a Akroma's Memorial, flying, first strike, vigilance, haste, trample attack, right? So the other combo obviously is the Ancestral Statue, playing it a bunch of times, along with Aetherflux Reservoir. So that's just another way to get the win condition off out of Karn. And then the final answer here that I threw in the sideboard is the Roaming Thorn. And this seems to work really well when you have like 2 Trailblazers out and like 1 Battlecrier, and you don't really need the mana. Maybe you've got an extra floating mana or 2. This will start giving you extra cards from your Trailblazers, making it super efficient. Those extra cards turn into free Trailblazers off of Phyrexian Metamorphs and Phantasmal Images and even Green Sun Zeniths. So the whole deck is just basically draw, 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 and win the effing game. Let's get into the matches. All right, getting into the match. We've got 2 lands and a Sprawl. It's kind of a nice and fast start into a turn 2 stock up. That seems pretty reasonable. So this must be a game, I think these games are in order, so this must be a game from before I removed the stock up and the Cactus Sure Shot. So I switched those cards out for better cards. The Sure Shot just seems a little repetitive since we have the Memorial 7 drop in our sideboard. So 3 mana into open Temur colors. Guess we just stock up and see what we get. Disaster Strikes. We don't want any of these cards. Well, we want the cards, but we would rather have our combo pieces. Okay, opponent digging for something, probably combo. Okay. So it's a land, enter the battlefield combo deck. All right, this turn we don't have the win. It doesn't look like. We can play a free Sprawl. So here it looks like they have a pretty powerful enchantment in play, and I have a Bezeju that can destroy it for 2 mana. So playing the Trailblazer, getting a mana back, and then playing the Bezeju makes a lot of sense here. Looks like I don't see it though. Really depends on if opponent can win right now or not. They're, like I said, they're a land-based combo deck. So search your library for 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tapped. So 4 mana to make 2 mana. Okay. Yeah, so we're just faster. I've never seen that combo deck before. Could go ahead and destroy the Spelunking there, but I think we just have the combo. That's one thing about this deck that I've noticed as well. A lot of the time, you need to careful tap your mana. You can't just play it out. You always need to check what the auto tapper is going to take, because you run out of the source you need, you're hurting. Where in the world is our Karn? Disgusting. How many cards have we drawn? Look at that.
I defy gods. Defy me. Let's get moving.
There he is. All right, Karn showed up to play, and that's gonna be game.
Until you have lived, I started in I not guide Dominaria.
All right, next game, we've got a land. We're coming in with 3 lands, it looks like, so kind of a slow start. Rumble on turn 2. We can find... I guess we take Sprawl, I guess. Well, they've got the Sowing Myco Spawn, so maybe you're supposed to take the Forest here. So it's the aggro version. He gets out on the board real quick. He's got 3 mana now. Jeez. So it looks like we're agonizing over some decisions here. It seems to me, in retrospect, Outcast Trailblazer is the right play, applauding him, but it looks like we go with Malevolent Rumble and just leaving up a little bit of ramp. We're just looking for more cards. At this point, Metamorph seems fine, Trailblazer seems fine. It's tough to say. So yeah, just because we have so many dudes, we get the Metamorph. If we can manage a way to get the Battlecrier out, what are we doing? Okay. Okay, so we have a think, and we decide that keeping the creature dudes are important enough. So we've got another image here. Alright, we figure we've got enough to go off. He's got all that open mana though. What is he going to do with all that? Yeah, it looks like we can image a few times here, and that will at least give us enough of a board that he can't really do much about it. So I'm doing the math here, and I notice Phantasmal Image costs 2, and then he'd give me 1 back, so then effectively I could play the Fanatic of Rohan's here off of an image. Or I can just smash the Trailblazer down. And that'll prep me for the following turn when I can go off, hopefully. We did draw the land, so I can play Rona here too. So maybe that was a bit risky. Yeah, if we would have gotten the right color of mana there, it would have been different. So we didn't draw it, and we couldn't keep going. But this way, we have the win next turn. I think there was one or two messy decisions with that whole chain. So he's taking us off blue here. It's kind of a big deal because our starting town doesn't work anymore on the turn it enters. And we top deck the Battlecrier. Crazy. But there's no colors for us. We don't have the colors for it. Imagine that. That's crazy. Okay, so first things first, we're going to make our own colors. Copy a Trailblazer with life. And now here's a perfect example of we could just go get a Chroma's Memorial and get haste, flying, trample, etc. with the Battlecrier. Instead, we're going to keep going with the Phantasmal Image. Now we've got 2 Karns, so it's just completely over. All right, next game. So here we've got the Sprawl. So we've got the turn 1 ramp. Go with the Forest, it's a little harder to remove. Grab our blue source. Then we've got, it looks like, starting town into Planeswalker on tap. Rumble. Ooh, it's a control player. That sucks. Oh man. Okay, back down to 3 mana. We've got the Planeswalker ramp again. Or we've got Rumble into Ronas, which could be better. Yeah, that's going to be better. And we got a Battlecrier. Nice. So the Ronas will set us up for some Battlecrier action. And the Planeswalker will on-tap our Ronas for even more mana. And a Zenith. Oh my gosh. He might have a counterspell though. Okay, so he helixes the Battlecrier. It's not great. Need 4 mana for that. Or we could just play the Trailblazer and then on-tap Ronas and get 4 more mana that way. Yeah, that's the play. Guess we grab a blue. On-tap Ronas, play the Sun Zenith.
Nature flows with vigor.
Just like that, it all checks out. Right into the next battle, we've got a Sprawl on turn 1. Guess we get our colors. Thoughtseize. Okay, so he's gonna take Trailblazer. Oh, and we've got to deal with the Leyline of the Void as well. Great. What a game. Buy back the Wellspring. Nothing else to do. So now we've got Ronas to play. I'm somewhat tempted to Phantasmal Image it, but yeah, that's probably not the winning line. Especially with a Fatal Push. Waste not really sure what that card does. I think it creates zombies or something. So yeah, I don't really want to play out my Zenith into a black kind of tempo kill deck like this, so we chillin'. Karn, liquid metal coating. He's gonna blow up our lands. That's gonna be a problem. Oh, do I make a mistake here? Yeah, I think I play out Sprawl on the Stomping Ground, which is a mistake. Yeah, I should put it on the Breeding Pool. I see the liquid metal coating, and it's just, when I was doing these matches, it was like 3 in the morning, so give me a break, guys. So, I don't really have too many options here. I figure flood the board. He kills he kills my land now. It's not the end of the world because I've got so many Battlecriers out. I can attack down the Karn. He needs to have answers, and I don't think his deck probably runs too many board wipes. So going wide here makes some sense.
I will die Dominar's fate.
So we can play both these guys out, attack down the Karn, and get him on a 1-turn clock.
Must regroup and reconsider.
Alright, so the lifelinker, that'll give him some time. Kind of the perfect answer. Actually, do we still just have him? There's no draw opportunities here, so copying the lifelinker flyer guy probably is the right call. He has to block, so... So opponent blocks incorrectly, and we have exact damage. Nice. Right into the next battle. We've got 2 lands and a 1-drop. Yeah, we take these. Opponent's on the mulligan path. Down to 6. So they're energy of some kind, or maybe even mobilize. I'm not 100% sure about the aggro meta here. So now getting 2 Karns and 2 Battlecriers, that's a combo, remember? So I figure getting Ronas down here with the Battlecrier out, grab 4 mana. Okay, so Essence Channeler, this is just their turn too. This is crazy, okay. Oh, the Trailblazer. That's a big pickup. We could go Image. No, we wouldn't have the blue mana for it. We need to go Trailblazer. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. So we get the Metamorph, and we can play the Metamorph now off of our 1 remaining mana. Looks like I'm trying to decide if I copy the Battlecrier. Oh my god, super lucky. And then that would have also given me a Chroma's Vengeance, I believe. Two Battlecriers, 3 each, 7 down to 1. Might have been 1 shy. So we actually have the next mana color. I'm trying to play Karn here. It's not working out very well.
I started this war. all assistance.
So roaming Thorn here. And this is what I'm talking about. We've got the extra mana, named Druid, and now we get 6 cards. And they're all lands. Oh my god. Okay, so we actually have the land here, so look at all those lands. What? So yeah, maybe drawing all those cards wasn't the right play. Maybe just battle crying and then Karn into Vengeance is the right play. That is hilarious. He scoops. He sees all the cards in hand. He goes, there's no way he doesn't have it. I could have drawn Karn off of that. I was going to draw 8 cards, so definitely possible. Moving into the next match, we've got another 1-drop. Look at that. One thing I've noticed is this deck really isn't fast enough to deal with red. If we're on the play, it seems like we can be fast enough. But if we're drawing against some sort of red burn aggro deck, it's not a great look. So I'm trying to decide, do I want a Birds of Paradise here, just get extra ramp on the table, or do I want my combo pieces? And I kind of decide that combo pieces are required at this point. So next turn we'll have 4 mana, and we can go off with Battlecrier and Phantasmal Image. Then Metamorph, is that going to be enough? Okay, so yeah, now we're stalled out a little bit, but he's using his burn on our creatures, so not the end of the world. So I think the question becomes is, can he kill me this turn? And the choices are Birds of Paradise and pass, or just go for it, assuming that he used a Burst Lightning. A lot of his damaging spells are like 2 damage, so I think we're just in a tough situation, and we need to risk it. So we can block with the creature, but he likely has Monstrous Rage, so I opt for no blocks. I opt for a really powerful next turn. And if they got it, they got it. 7 damage. Yeah, there's no way he does 7 damage. Locked it up. All right, we've got Karn somewhere in here. And there he is. Okay. So now we can Zenith for Battlecrier. Win the game.
I have faced worse. My legacy will be one of peace. I will guide Dominaria's fate.
Looks like we're just one off, so we can actually afford the Trailblazer. But yeah, we had it in spades, so smash the Memorial. Hasty boys. Right into the next match. We've got no turn one versus Eldrazi. So I go for the Rumble because we need the land drop. And at this point, he can just Kozilek command our Ronas, so kind of takes that target away from him. Then the Sprawl is nice here. That lets us play out the Ronas pretty efficiently. Or, I mean, the Planeswalker pretty efficiently. What's that, Kiora? The Beckoner.
I defy gods. Defying you will be easy. Let's get
Alright, so
moving.
we have to set up here. Either it's with Ronas or Trailblazer. Probably playing around Kozilek Command. The Trailblazer plotted seems a little bit better. And the Thought-Knot Seer comes down, taking away our Trailblazer. That's horrific. So yeah, plotting there was definitely the right play. Yeah, just, I mean, if they have Thought-Knot Seer and Kozilek Command, plotting is way better. But we find the Trailblazer anyways. With the extra mana, we're going to be able to smash that out. Oh my gosh, there's the Karn. There's the Karn. So this is the actual Smacktual combo. We've got 6 effective free mana with the Temur Battlecriers. We've got extra mana to play Chroma's Memorial, and we've got the statues. So 9 damage with the statues, 12 damage with the dudes. That's 21 damage. Lethal. Oh, what a prick. No, I'm kidding. GG's. Yeah, so 21 damage in the air, that's lethal. Also, you had other draw mechanics with Phyrexian Metamorph and everything like that. So, into the next game, we've got Land and Utopia Sprawl. Always a good start. Alright, so this match, we've got the Sprawl on turn 1 into a turn 2 Rumble Ronas. Finding the Trailblazer. The deck just has a lot of synergy. A lot of pieces working together. So they've got 2 blue open. What's that mean? Counterspell? I guess we go for it. No more lies. Okay. Yeah, I guess that sucks. Maybe the right play there is the Ronus. You barely ever see counterspells in Best of 1, so. Okay, a Quantum Riddler into Ephemerate. Seems good. And we get the Battlecrier anyways. Okay. It all worked out. Counterspell bug. Alright, we're going to be out of cards here, so unless this is a Karn, it's not. Okay, so we got on the board. Unless he's got Day of Judgment or can combo out and win right now, we're going to be sitting pretty. It's a Wall of Omens. What the heck am I playing? What is this jank? So we've got the Sprawl for free. Might as well play it. Probably play it on... I would have played it on the first land, but this works too. Don't know why we're thinking about our lands so much. Gotta remember I was playing pretty late last night. Get a couple of draws. Oh, that's good. Okay, so we can keep going with this at least. Ugh. Never lucky. Okay, so we've got a bunch of land here if we tap the Ronus. So I need to start thinking about that a little bit more clearly, I think. Need Karn or Phyrexian Metamorph. That works too. We could copy the Riddler here. Draw an extra card. Okay, so that's big. And that's probably just going to be a wrap. We're going to draw so many cards off of this. We're going to get extra mana.
Spectacular. One drop ripples and grows.
Red, green, blue. draw our whole frickin' deck until we find Karn. The elusive Karn. There he is. "22 cards in deck. Found Karn."
Until you have lived in the we cannot let Phyrexia away.
And that's just that's just too much. I don't know what I'm doing there. I should have just attacked. Bad-mannered. Alright, next match. We've got a few 1-drops. A lot of ramp. We just need to find Zenith or the Trailblazer. Or even Karn, actually. Even Karn would do it. And they don't tuck anything. It's a slow Eldrazi. Okay, so this is going to be game. Obviously not this turn. They're just too slow. I don't think they have anything to deal with a Battlecrier. Just straight up. Like, they don't have enough mana to Kozilek's command it. And they don't have any, like, 3 damaging spells. So first things first, rumble, see what we get. And we got the Karn. Okay, so that's got to be the combo, right? Karn was +2 Battlecriers. And then we've got the Birds of Paradise for the spell. So, yeah, we actually have the statue combo here. I mean, he doesn't know we do, so it would be interesting to just grab the combo and start doing it for like 10 casts to see if he catches on. Because at the end of the day, they concede most of the time. Yeah, it just seems like that's something you could definitely do. Had to go to 6. They also went to 6. I guess we stick back the rumble. We kind of want to do some shenanigans with Ronus. So he's some aggro. We've got 2 Battlecriers. We're pretty slow though, so he went first. Yeah, we're toast, right? Well, that changes things a little bit here. So we can sprawl and Ronus and set up for something. Yeah, maybe getting another color there was the right play, rather than green. It's the red version of Eldrazi. Does that mean they're aggressive, or what's the thought? Yeah, and that just goes back to the incorrect usage of Utopia Sprawl on turn 1. But this will give us a bunch of mana. We found another Battlecrier, okay. A lot of Battlecriers. Huh. So the land destructions are woodlands. Probably would have been better to take the breeding pool, right? Take us off of our colors. So I figure it's not lethal. We'll let it through, and we go ahead and we find the Karn combo. So this has got to be game, right? Could get a metamorph here.
Warms my heartstone to see alliances old and new.
But I guess I just play the Ronus into the Wellspring, and then a Chroma's Memorial from Karn makes a lot of sense here.
We must prepare for war.
I mean, he's got no cards in hand. So he needs some form of trample or something. So the right play there was certainly to play Karn, getting Ancestral Statue, bouncing that 50 times, and then getting Aetherflux Reservoir, and then playing one spell, getting 50 life. And then pinging for 50, so. Oh shit, that was our diamond match. That's, I guess that's the video, guys. Yeah. Alright, well that was the clip, guys. This is where I'm at with the deck, and I'd love to know your thoughts on the sideboard and the main deck if you have any. Thanks for watching.